Aristotle, born in 384 BC in the ancient city of Stagira in Macedonia, was one of the towering figures of ancient Greek philosophy. He joined Plato's academy in Athens at 18 and stayed there until the age of 37. His early exposure to philosophy in Athens shaped his expansive range of interests, which included logic, metaphysics, ethics, politics, and natural sciences. Aristotle's later years were spent conducting philosophical and scientific research under the patronage of Alexander the Great. His establishment of the Lyceum, a school in Athens, marked a significant chapter in his life, where he engaged in teaching and composing most of his approximately 200 works, of which only around 31 survive today. These texts continued to be developed and studied long after his death in 322 BC. Aristotle's methodologies and comprehensive approach left a lasting mark on Western thought. His works not only encompass a vast range of subjects, but also blend observation with theory, showcasing his unique ability to merge empirical data with abstract reasoning. This blend underpins much of his lasting appeal and influence. Aristotle's contributions to philosophy are monumental, introducing concepts that have become the foundation of many fields of study. His Nicomachean Ethics introduces the idea of virtue ethics, which suggests that character is key to a virtuous life rather than rules or consequences. This work remains profoundly influential in philosophical ethics. In metaphysics, Aristotle's concept of substance and accidents has shaped ontological studies. He argued that every physical object combines both matter, the substance, and form, the accidents, a theory which has implications in understanding the nature of reality. His categories and on-interpretation are pioneering texts in the field of logic, focusing on categorization and the philosophy of language. Moreover, Aristotle's Poetics laid the groundwork for literary theory and criticism. Here he explored the principles of dramatic construction, tragedy, and the role of catharsis, which refers to the emotional release experienced by the audience. His analysis of plot and character development is still referenced in modern literary studies and screenwriting workshops. Aristotle was not only a philosopher but also a pioneering natural scientist. He based his scientific studies on direct observation and systematic documentation, which was a novel approach at the time. His work in zoology, particularly documented in History of Animals, included classifications and descriptions that were impressively detailed for his era. His approach to the scientific method involved four causes: material, formal, efficient, and final causes, which he applied across different natural phenomena to understand their purpose and essence. This comprehensive approach to causation provided a framework that influenced scientific inquiry for centuries, guiding researchers to consider multiple dimensions of explanation. While some of Aristotle's specific findings were later disproved, his methodological impact is undeniable. His emphasis on empirical evidence and structured inquiry laid the groundwork for the development of the scientific method, a fundamental aspect of all modern scientific research. This balance of theory and observation remains a cornerstone in contemporary scientific practices. Section 4, Aristotle and Ethics, Building the Foundations. Aristotle's ethical theories are among his most enduring legacies, primarily encapsulated in his Nicomachean Ethics. Here he introduced the concept of eudaimonia, often translated as flourishing or the good life. This idea revolves around living in accordance with reason and virtue, proposing that true happiness is found through virtuous living rather than mere pleasure. He also developed the concept of the golden mean, where moral virtue is a balance between two extremes. For example, courage is a virtue that lies between recklessness and cowardice. This idea promotes a balanced approach to life and decision-making, encouraging individuals to seek moderation in all things. Aristotle's ethics is grounded in practicality and observability, making them particularly accessible and applicable to everyday life. His work emphasizes the importance of habituating virtue, suggesting that good habits form the backbone of a moral character. This approach has been influential not only in philosophical circles, but also in practical psychology and modern self-help movements. Section 5. Aristotle's influence on Western thought. Aristotle's philosophy has permeated Western thought, deeply influencing the development of nearly every field of knowledge in the West. His logical works laid the foundation for the study of formal logic, used extensively in philosophy, computer science, and mathematics today. His influence extends beyond philosophy into fields such as political science, where his works like Politics remain pivotal. His ideas about constitutional government and the role of citizens in the state have informed democratic ideologies and civic education. Aristotle's classification systems in biology also lasted until the 19th century, demonstrating his long-standing impact on the natural sciences. Moreover, his metaphysical concepts continue to be crucial in discussions about existence and reality within both philosophical and scientific discourses. The breadth and depth of Aristotle's work make him a central figure in the classical education system and a perennial figure in academic studies. Section 6. Aristotle's impact on modern science. Aristotle's influence on modern science is primarily seen in his approach to observation and categorization. Even though many of his specific theories were eventually superseded by later scientific discoveries, his methodological contributions remain significant. His emphasis on empirical research and systematic documentation set a precedent for the scientific method. In biology, Aristotle's observations prompted early scientists to study the natural world in a more structured way. His classification of living things into groups and subgroups paved the way for later taxonomic systems. Although his geocentric view of the universe was eventually replaced by heliocentric models, his work provoked critical thinking about celestial phenomena. Aristotle's four causes are still taught in philosophy of science courses as a way to approach complex scientific questions. By encouraging a holistic view of natural phenomena, Aristotle taught future generations of scientists to seek reasons and explanations beyond the obvious, fostering a more comprehensive understanding of the natural world. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.